Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K and welcome back for Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we made it to Gonzup as he stood between us and Nascour. We defeated him and managed to snake his Skarmory miraculously. I suppose it was a miracle in some sense. But now there's no one between us and this elevator, so let's go up to Nascour and bring the fight to him. No more delays. Final battle begins now. With that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Regum Colosseum, the Regum Tower, the Regum place of the final battle. No ifs, ands, or buts. Here comes our protagonist from the red corner, ready to bring it on to whatever Nascour has to face. Nah, Gonzup wasn't really much of a problem. Granted, I did have to do another attempt off screen because of silly reasons like forgetting to save, but Nascour wasn't the problem. Depth. So you're gonna punch us in the face? No, you're gonna help us help you be part of your evil plot. How ironic that we're helping out the bad guys, trying to get to the bad guys. And I'll be sorry though, I'm gonna give them so quick of a fight. The crowd's gonna want their money back. Then the joke will be on you guys. So, starting off this incredibly quick battle, as I so predict at the very least, we have a Zangoose and a Milk Tank. Not really anything to worry about, although allow me to explain to you what the issue here is. Not really an issue, but a source of challenge. By the way, we have a Shadow Pokemon. That Shadow Pokemon is the Milk Tank, so if you guessed that Milk Tank would be the next Shadow Pokemon we come across this episode, A, why are you making such random bets, and B, congratulations, you won. Now go claim your prize from your betting partner. To explain what I mean by a source of challenge that this has. This is not the only fight. We actually have 4 fights before Nascour, and we have to fight all these trainers in a row without a healing break. Yeah, it is just like the Elite Four. Nah, worse even. Cause you know what? You don't get like a moment to like stop and use your healing items in between battles. It's one battle right after the other battle, So you have to do your healing within the battle itself. So if you're not prepared level-wise, this could throw you off, if only for that reason. You may think that when we were fighting the admins, having the rematches against them, that was this game's equivalent of Elite Four, but no, my personal opinion is that this is the Elite Four. Although, granted, a lot easier than the Elite Four. You gotta take note of the fact that you're not getting a heal break in between battles like you would if you stockpiled on items before coming up here. By the way, you may note that Milk Tank has a burn. That was not intentional. That was like kind of the worst thing I could actually do to it. Despite the battle benefits. Gotta remember, we still gotta snake this thing, and even though status conditions like Poison and Burn do lower how difficult it is to catch a Pokemon, like Sleep or Paralyzation do, I'm not really a fan of relying on that because of the steady damage that you slowly take. So if you can't snake it soon enough, it's gonna eventually KO itself. So that's why I'm throwing the Great Balls right away. I mean, they're my weakest Pokeball after Pokeballs themselves, and hey, it worked to my advantage. So I'm able to save the Ultra Balls and able to catch this Milk Tank before I have to worry about accidentally taking it out because of status conditions. And I told you that this fight would be pretty quick. Hopefully the other battles won't be too long. What do you mean that wasn't supposed to happen? You're a minor trainer in between me and the final boss of the game. Of course that was supposed to happen. All should be good if every battle goes as quickly as that one. How come I get the feeling that this pattern won't persist? Bring it on, man. I am ready for your turn. And I'm ready to bring your demise. What do you got? Throw me your best shot. Got an Absol and a Torpedo. I am not scared of either of those things. You know why? I got a good old fighting type right out here in the front. and it's gonna kick the face out of any dark type that comes this way. Although, I might have to be a little more careful than that because that Absol is a Shadow Pokemon. Still, not too worried. I mean, this is not necessarily Code Red's fine moment of battle. You may be wondering what all that deal is with me making about the fighting type being good for this battle and swapping it out for the grass type instead of swapping Code Red. Well, my plan is to get Code Red out of the way for a turn, but of course that backfires when the Sharpedo has Earthquake. Really? A shark knowing Earthquake? What's the deal with that? Why does a shark know how the Earthquake sings? On the bright side, Puffluck's not affected by that at all, but like, really, man? You're really gonna have a shark with Earthquake? You even bring Yang back in, or to just bring someone else in his place? Because my plan is already set in Giga draining that Sharpedo and getting it out of the way ASAP. It actually did enough damage to that Absol. I don't really have to worry about it anymore. I guess like confusing the Sharpedo is my best hope in reducing the amount of damage that both I and the Pokemon I'm trying to snag will take. But we'll just have to see how things fall. Yeah, because I want to spend this turn putting the Absol to sleep so I can snag it a bit easier. Gonna come down the wire with this one, especially if the Sharpedo goes for the Earthquake again, because I do not think that Absol can take another Earthquake. It will be really close if it does. Thankfully, the Sharpedo doesn't even go for the Earthquake this turn, so that's one less thing I have to worry about. I guess I'll confuse the Sharpedo when it comes back out of the water. But what to do after that? You know, I might as well go for the snag. It's asleep, it's at half health. I'm waiting to get rid of the Sharpedo anyways. Might as well spend one of my Great Balls now. It's not like I'm going to be using them for much else. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to catch it now and not have to worry about it later. So let's see how this ball goes. Even if it does break out, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I kind of figured that wouldn't work. At least be able to get the Sharpedo to sleep, so I don't have to worry about it while I'm focusing on trying to cripple down the Absol. Taking it out completely would be a good idea, considering that Earthquake could one-hit KO the Absol at any point at this point. But getting that confusion off is better than nothing. Trust me on that. At this point, I can focus on getting the Absol in a catching range, because I'm counting on the fact that a Mega Drain will take out the Sharpedo completely. Turns out that's not going to exactly be the way things go, but it works out good for me in the end. Puffluck doing a good amount of damage? What's this madness? Yeah, good sir Sharpedo, that attack stat is not looking so fine and mighty when you have to hurt yourself in confusion with it, is it? What Pokemon do you have besides that? Oh, Mariana? I am not worried at all. Worst case scenario, I can always bring back in Yang, high jump kick, and that Mariana will definitely be over. I don't really think it really can do much else that's threatening, so let's see if we can focus on catching this Absol. Because I know I would love to catch this frickin' Absol. Well, not that it's going to be used, but then again, it's pretty much the very end of the game. Big reason why I'm still deciding to use Puffluck, even though the replacement for Puffluck I was considering using is going to be coming up pretty soon. Should have saw that coming even before I started up the playthrough, because before I started recording any of the episodes, I did go through my strategy guide of Pokemon Colosseum, looking at all the Shadow Pokemon that you can snag in the game, and using that list of Pokemon to decide my team. And to be fair, I should have saw that the Pokemon I want is in this area of the game, so there wouldn't really be a good place to swap until post-game. Like I said before, this Mariana is not really doing anything to prove that I have to worry about. It's not like Chain Chomp where it can just fire a laser at me and go like, oh my god, I should be more aware of the amount of damage that Hyper Beam is gonna do. This Mariana is like, I'll hit you with an Iron Tail, it might do a lot of damage, it might not. Oh, it practically doesn't really do a lot. Oh well, I will keep doing my best! Alright. This Absol should be in a good catching range now. No more ifs, ands, or buts. Okay. I kind of deserve that for talking to my Nano like that, but I have synthesis. I should be calling in Yang about now to take care of that Mightyana, but nope. Let's just snag the Absol first. A synthesis should get me back into good health range to avoid getting knocked out. Unless that Mightyana does another crit. But let's count on that not happening. Like, we should have been able to count on that ball catching the Absol, but nope. Oh well. Not really anything too imposing on the field at the current time, so I'm not gonna get myself all worried. Wow! You're doing more with your non-same type attack bonus move compared to the same type attack bonus move. That is lame, sir. When your strongest Dark type move doesn't do more damage than an Iron Tail, I'm sorry, but you gave me good reason not to consider you a threat. And what is Absol just getting the ball, stop trying to wake up and trying to kill itself with Shadow Rushes and things like that? Speaking of killed with Shadow Rushes, oh boy, clinching time here because my sleeper is now out of the picture. And the only other way I really have to paralyze the opponent involves doing damage to it, and it's way too low on health to consider that option. Looks like someone's gonna have to just straight up chuck balls at it. And we saw how well that was working when it was asleep. Not that swell, if I say so myself. At least with Yang finally out here, we can finally get that Mightyana out of the picture and not have to worry about it. It's too bad we don't have any items to, like, get a Pokemon out of the faint condition. Oh, wait, we do. It's called a Revive. And I just used it. Alrighty, now. Let's take care of this Mightyana. It's been out in the field long enough of its mediocreness. Don't even care if that's not a real word. I'm leaving that in. Now we can just focus on snagging this Pokemon that is getting itself way too close to fainting range for my own comfort. Yeah, I kinda wish Puffluck was out here now to put it to sleep, but looks like someone's gonna have to spend a turn to get it out, and if it goes for Shadow Rush again, it's gonna be a bad time. Here's to hoping that enough time has passed by for this timer ball to work, because otherwise I don't really know what to do to prevent this Absol from knocking itself out. Deep breaths, everyone. 1. No. Oh well, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna detect. It's gonna go for Shadow Rush on Yang, obviously, and not do anything. If I would have swapped out that turn, then I would have been able to get Puffluck into the picture, but hopefully this Ultra Ball will do the trick. And yes, I'm willing to go for double detect, just to delay the inevitable moment where Shadow Rush knocks out the Absol. The more I can delay this moment, the more chances I can have to catch it. Come on, hopefully this is the attempt, and yep! Finally caught that Absol. That certainly seems like the hardest snag in this entire session. Too bad there's 2 more trainers to go. I don't care if that's spoilers. This is mimicking the Elite 4. So you guys will probably guess that it's 4 trainers anyways, and it doesn't really ruin any of the plot. If there was 4, or if there was 10, although 10 would be a bit of a nightmare in itself, let's be honest here. Hello there, lady, what do you got for us? Sure, I'd rather just get to the point and beat the final boss, and claim a victory, and see the end credits roll. But we can't always get what we want. Sometimes we have to go through little hurdles, like you, Ms. Trainer, in order to get to our accomplishments. And with the Houndoom and Torkoal out, Yang is now looking in the closest position, and Puffluck has seen better types than fire types. Oh look, Shadow Pokemon. But like I was saying, it's safe to say that one of these Pokemon have to get out, otherwise I am going to be in for a bit of devastation. So Puffluck's the Pokemon I'm going to swap out, but I am going to save Yang by going for Detect. That way I have a turn to wait to get Yang out. Because I don't like doing double switches and double battles too often, because that leaves me with 2 attacks I don't get to do. While if I go for Detect, I at least have one Pokemon that's not going to be taking any damage. Though starting off with Burn is not very nice, sir, especially when it's from a fire type. That's just like pain and irony to my whole ability, sir. Madam. I don't even care if you're a madam. I'm insulted by you, so I would call you a sir. That's why it slipped out of my mouth that way. Alright, now we can get Yang out here and get an attack off while swapping off. So both turns we got an attack, and yet we didn't lose both Pokemon. Hopefully the water type can prove itself here, because Narani, you're going to sleep in a doghouse if you don't pull your weight. This is a trainer with all fire types. This is your moment to shine. Just Aquazuka, resist fire attacks, and all will be good. You could be doing better, but you could be doing worse. So I will keep my mouth shut until either something good or something bad happens. In the meantime, here's to hoping I can get Paralyzation off Houndoom, which is why I'm rapidly going for Secret Power over and over, instead of preferably, like, I don't know, I don't have any other means of Paralyzation besides my Flygon with Dragon Breath. I suppose that's an option as well, but then again, Secret Power does less damage, so it gives me more chances to pull off the Paralyzation. There we go, Narati. Now just do that to whatever Pokemon comes out next, and you'll be sleeping inside tonight, not out in the doghouse. Oh look, it's a Fire Rock type. This is your perfect moment, Narati. Let's go for that Aquazuka again, and don't mess up. I am going to be taking a break to effectively use my full restore. Well played if I say so myself. Yes, you didn't miss. It takes it out in one shot. Congratulations, Narati. You did it! Now to see what we can do about this Houndoom. Oh yeah, Shadow Rush. And it's going to start spamming that because it did Howl to raise its attack. Which kind of makes sense because Flamethrower is not a physical move. Shadow Rush is a physical move. I don't even know. Narati kind of served your purpose, but I'm not sure if there's really a need to swap you out or not. Tempted to heal Puffluck, but here you go, there's your lemonade. Now don't waste it. Prove to me that it was worth the time to heal you. And this is a risky play, sort of, going for the Confused Ray when I'm trying to snag it, but then again it's pretty high in health, so I'll appreciate the Parafusion was worthwhile. Better to have the Parafusion than the possibility of it knocking itself out. At this range of health, I don't need to worry about that. Question is though, how do I get back down to that range of health? I suppose I can use all the time while I was confused to heal up my Pokemon so I can be prepared for the final battle of this set of 4. That does seem to be the best way to approach this situation. So, dear Houndoom, hit yourself in the face pretty please. No, you're gonna go for Howl again. Alright, this is kinda getting a little scary, considering your attack is now up like 3 stages and Confusion is based off of attack stat. Let's just start throwing balls and hope for the best. That seems like the best way to approach this particular situation. Maybe we'll get lucky and snake it right away, maybe not. In the meantime, I'm gonna just keep on healing. Hopefully all will work out. Then again, if it doesn't work out, Houndoom's health is high enough that you don't really have to worry about it. I am kind of regretting the Confusion at this point, but I have faith that things will work out for the better good in the end. Third shake, and it's ours. What did I tell you? Out of the way, lady. We got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, you might as well be worried about being fired. I was gonna say you have bigger problems than that, but then again, when you're just a worker of Cyper, I guess that's the biggest worry you can have. Cause if you're already fired, you don't really care if your boss gets sent to jail, I would assume. Maybe that would actually be a good thing, because you could get some sort of employee benefit. I don't know. The government probably does something like that. Though ignore me about that. I'm just being stupidly ignorant to fill up and converse with you guys. Final battle here. And we have Tropius and we have Cradily. Cradily is an interesting Pokemon, like I believe I mentioned before with its pre-evolution. It's kind of hard to figure out what types work best with it, but fighting is one of them. Steel is another one that breaks through the grass-rock combination for weakness damage. I bring that up because it is relevant to me. I don't know if it's going to be relevant to this video, but I will bring it up for that reason. And yes, the Tropius is the shadow Pokemon of the battle. And you know what? This was what I was considering replacing Puffluck with. Then again, this is the final area. You don't really get a chance to swap Pokemon normally between now and the final boss of the game. Normally, you're going to go for all this in a row. Yep, I said it. No break between this battle and Nascour. In fact, if you lose the Battle of Nascour, you have to do all 4 of these fights again. You know why? I know why. I think you can tell why because of the tone I have. But in case you can't, don't worry, I will explain it later. Really, sir? Puffluck does not appreciate a Sludge Bomb to the face, so you just go make it a critical hit Sludge Bomb to the face? That makes me pretty upset, sir. I hope you're willing to accept the consequences of your action. I think a giant dragon will be the solution to this dilemma I have of how to punish you. In the meantime, Yang, get your detect up. That fly is obviously coming for you. This is the one way fly kinda doesn't work out. Because you can always protect or detect on the turn that it does fly. Plus it makes for a great combination with Earthquake. Although, why didn't I just go for Steel Wing in that situation? I don't know. Just wanted to show off the ability of Detect. It's kind of hard to tell if the Earthquake or the Steel Wing would do more damage, because Earthquake gets same type of attack bonus and I'm pretty sure it's higher base and stat, while Steel Wing is super effective damage, but it's not the same type of attack bonus and a lower base stat. So now would probably be a good turn to go for the Steel Wing, unless I have other plans. Oh, I remember this now. Get your popcorn ready, everyone, because Sahara's going to come in here with the power of Metal, and poor Cradily cannot handle the power of Metal. With it going down, yes, it might seem a little strange the Psychic's also going towards Cradily, but check this out. The Poison Grass type comes out onto the field, and it's not going to appreciate this Psychic right to the face. Man, if that was only enough to one-hit KO, that would have been amazing. All because Sahara has the power of Metal on her side, and you know, this Tropius is kinda getting annoying with his flying every turn. I mean, I have Detect, but I won't be able to detect forever. As you can see, I'm on my last PP. But I might as well go for Earthquake again. It'll do more damage than Steel Wing, because Steel would be resisted by the Vileplume, but Earthquake is not. Bet you wish it were the Blossom at this point, don't you, madam? Yep. All is going pretty smooth. Minus the fact that Tropius has not had any whittling damage done to it yet. No need to fear, because this is going to be Yang's moment to shine with that Dark type on the field. One fine high jump kick should take care of the cat turn, then hopefully we can get Yang out of here so we'll stop doing fly and we can actually start whittling it down. Actually, if I get the paralyzation off this turn, that would be pretty amazing. How does a Dragon's Breath paralyze a foe anyways? Does it like kill all the nerves? Okay, that might be a little gruesome to talk about. But yay, the Cacturn fainted and didn't die, because that would be too gruesome to talk about. Yang is at level 50 at long last, and I believe the team's coming pretty long. And well, no need to keep Yang in here anymore though. So let's switch into the Dark Knight. Let's get double possibilities of paralyzation out on this field. Don't care who paralyzes it, as long as one of you guys paralyze it. Bring it in! Bring in the Dark Knight. Man, it's gonna be pretty beautiful out here in the neighborhood. No need to worry about things going wrong now, because that was a critical hit and it had no interference in my plans of catching this Tropius. I guess I'm just really excited to pull it off because I am already starting to throw the balls, even know that this Tropius is nowhere in catching range, doesn't even have the paralyzation, and yet I'm just like, it's on the ground, it's not gonna do fly anymore, so I might as well just throw a ball every turn with whichever Pokemon I'm not gonna be using a move like Secret Power or Dragon Breath on. So am I gonna get the paralyzation I so desire this turn? Nope. What I am gonna get is a nice magical leap to the face. Good thing Sahara eats wheat for breakfast. No need to worry about that being any problem. Now let's get the Secret Powers and Dragon Breath going here. You know, might as well just go for the Secret Power instead of throwing a ball, because Dragon Breath is not doing its job of paralyzing, and I'm running out of health to paralyze this Tropius with. So you saw how many times I did Dragon Breath, right? Take a look at this. Yeah, one Secret Power made it paralyzed. Gotta love those statistics! Too bad all you really got is the Magical Leaf, because both my Pokemon eat wheat for breakfast. Your grass is nothing compared to the wheat they eat. But it's in red health, it's paralyzed, it's catching time. Sure, I might need to throw a Lemonade to just ensure that Sahara will continue to survive if this attempt to catch it somehow fails. But let's throw that ball. Now let's count it down, because I am confident that this ball is going to be the snag, especially since it's the Ultra Ball. Count with me, everyone! 1, 2, 3, and it's been captured. How do you feel about that, sir? I've snagged every single Pokemon that I've had to battle in this fight, while going through all 4 of these fights in a row. Do I get a trip to Disney World now? No? Oh yeah, there's still the final boss to go. Almost forgot, silly me. Well, what do we have here? You have nowhere else to hide, Nascour. Come on out and fight us. Yeah, bring your menacing music along. See if I give a hoot. You think after all I went through, I would accept that offer? I mean, come on, Gonzap had a better deal. He would let me back in an organization of evil crime doers. You say that, but why make an offer like that anyways if you're just gonna say, nah, I'm not that big-hearted? What is with these villains and stupid stuff like that? Well, it's time to go down. that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pokemon Colosseum. I don't really like to rely on that, because you know why? I'll tell you why. Rapidly steady damage. That's a contradiction in itself.